So today you will join me as I unearth some ancient Logic sessions. Some of these I may not have listened to in almost a decade, but others, even if they're only a few years old, just kind of get forgotten over time because of all the music I'm writing. So what we're gonna do is kind of blindly pick some old projects, we will review them, we will rate them, and then we'll try to salvage them. Now, if you are also a musician, you probably understand that this is going to be both exciting and terrifying. Now, we have quite a lot of sessions here on this backup drive. So at the bottom, we have the oldest files, and we're gonna kind of start here. So I'm curious about this project down here called Feels Sifting Feelings. So this is from 2009, and it has some additional content to download. Now, this looks pretty promising. Just a couple of audio tracks and a drum kit. All right, let's see if I recognize this. I do vaguely remember this. That is a weird guitar part. Oh no, is this... All right. That is not what I expected, but when I heard the guitar, I immediately did remember this, like faintly in the back of my mind. Now, the first thing I want to point out is how listen to just the noise going on in the background. That's pretty bad. This was clearly recorded on the built-in laptop microphone on my very old MacBook Pro. I think my parents got that for me in high school, so that was probably a couple years before this, so it was a very bad microphone. Now, the first thing I'm going to do, which I should have done, is pan these guitars. I knew absolutely nothing about production or mixing back then. All right, separate it a little bit. What are these drums, though? This is it. Why didn't I at least just use a hi-hat or something? It's a very vintage kick. Now, this is just in 4/4, and I think we could just record some sort of vocal melody over this, and also maybe I'm going to try to clean up the guitars a tiny bit and see what happens. No, I'm not, but what I will do is quickly record a couple other things to flesh this out. Because let's see, it's not bad, but it kind of is. All right, what key are we in? So the first chord, it is C. So I want to say this is a first inversion F sharp 7. So it's going like, but it has like this flat 9. All right, I have kind of a weird idea for the melody. Tell me it's alright when I don't listen. It's only the time when I can't fish it out. Go about, going down, going down. I'm not listening. I don't know. All right, let's throw on a little bit of production. Tell me it's alright when I don't listen. All right, we got a compressor. Now putting a little bit of reverb on this. I'm not listening. Then let's just put a little bit of bass on this, just to fill it out. Grabbing this old bass. So the bass can come in like here. I can't fish it out. Go about, you're down. All right, that that is the bass, and now let's throw in some new drums. Let's pull up my friend's drums. Here we go, make a couple tweaks. So I'm gonna have these just stop when the drums would kind of come in also with the bass, and I need to make sure you can really hear this. I can't fish it out. So here we have the chorus. I'm not listening. I'm not listening. Let me review this and then play it for us. Okay. All right, so we're going to listen to this from when the vocals kind of come in. Tell me it's alright when I don't listen. It's only the time when I can't fish it out. Know about your rain down, knowing doubt. I'm not listening. I'm not listening. All right, that's one song down, and that turned out surprisingly great. As I wasn't sure how this idea was gonna work, but man, I feel like I struck gold with this first track being so weird but minimalist, and it was enough for me to kind of add on to, and actually turn it into something interesting. So that's cool. Let's move on. All right, so this next track is also from 2009. It's just called Something New. All right, well, that opened quickly. Seems like, okay, it's just using the sampler and the ES2 synth. And then these look like they might be vocals. I don't know. Let's find out.
Stop talking. It's just too loud for my ears right now. I just need silence. I can't stand sound.
Oh boy.
Can't stand the noise. You make me sick. I can't feel anymore.
Boy, I was
It's going too fast.
making some postmodern shit.
Fast, slow. Nothing moves the same speed. Nothing moves the speed that I want. Nothing is put together.
These chords are clearly just improvised.
I want some sort of reward. Don't put yourself down. Don't put yourself down.
Oh, the mic started messing up, my USB mic.
Don't put yourself down.
All right. Well, we're not going to do anything with this, but that was certainly interesting. Very experimental. No actual singing, just heavily processed vocals. It's got pitch shifter. What is this? I don't even use this. Modulation delay, some reverb, and then just... Wow, that's quite something. What band is that even? What is that? What did I do? Let's look at something else. This one is just called Songwrite_2. Moving on. Bobbing from 2012. Whoa, what is this? This is using all these stock Logic instruments, and clearly, I don't know, I have a feeling that this is actually well before 2012, and that's just when the file was like transferred over or something. Otherwise, I would have been using some of my samples. Here we go. Buckle in. I was clearly going to become a film composer, as you can see. We're not gonna talk about this one, but okay, you know what I've been forgetting to do is rating my stuff. So I'd say that first piece that we looked at, that was I'm gonna give that a 3. A 3 out of 10 on the salvageability scale. I'm gonna give this one a 1.75 out of 10 because I was clearly starting to develop something. My ear was like, I know that a bunch of instruments can like play bigger parts, but I didn't really know how to construct it. This is 100% not from 2012. I'm going to almost guarantee you this is 2009. Me still writing on my little laptop with no clue how to do anything. Let's find something else. Otherworldly. So this looks like when I prefaced it with the acronym AP, that stood for Audio Placebo, which was my band back in the day. And so this was clearly an idea. This looks good enough to just give it a whirl. Oh, wow. So first off, I understand why this did not turn into an Audio Placebo song. I did kind of just throw a lot of stuff at the wall, see if something would stick. This clearly didn't, but we 100% can go record some. What is this? I have a massive preset open. There's no preset loaded. But yeah, 100%. Let's record some vocals. Let's get a track open up and try to think of an idea.
Come and say the only time I feel it so I feel it's the lonely.
That's actually pretty cool. So let's do just like 2 repetitions. All right, get a little verb. Meet me. So again, the lyrics are gonna be who knows, and here we go.
Carousel, I'm not going to feel too well, but now you're asking too much. I hope that there's no one to tell you well, to tell me off now.
I don't know.
I hope that there's no one. I hope that there's no one to tell you well. I hope that there's no one to tell you well, to tell me off.
Let's just double that.
I hope that there's no one to tell you well, to tell me off.
All right, so there's no way I'm doing any more on this, but we have a little melody going on and some harmonies. So let's listen to this and be the judge, and then give it a rating, kind of maybe before and after this production. Just for fun, I'm gonna let Ozone do its thing, and then give it a listen. Here it is.
Carousel, I'm not going to feel too well, but now you're asking too much. I hope that there's no one to tell you well, to tell me off now.
I don't know. There you go. I don't know. What does this sound like? Does this sound like if someone hit all the band members of Panic at the Disco over the head with a hammer, and then this is the immediate aftermath or something? That's kind of the vibe I was getting. But our ratings for this. So initially, it's weird because it sounded kind of frolicky, but it had that, 1 major 1 minor 4 progression going, which made it feel a little like off, a little melancholy, and then, you know, I guess it had some roots there, but honestly, in terms of that, like, becoming a song, at least in this arrangement, I'm going to give it like a 3 out of 10. Now that you have these vocals here, and maybe if you were to change up the instrumentation, it's a 4. It's not a 5 yet. If it becomes a 5, that means like this can totally turn into a song. It's a 4, meaning it would just have a lot of work to do to become a 5, which could then be like, yeah, you could actually flesh this out into something. I think this is salvageable. I don't think I'm going to do it, but still, this was fun, and the vocals added a little something to it. So that was fun to do. You know, I had the basics right there, clearly did not go anywhere with it, but now it's gonna step further. So that was fun. All right, let's move on. And by that, I mean that this is actually the end of the video, and we will be continuing our journey through my old music in a part 2. So I hope you enjoyed this. I've never done this kind of video in front of an audience where I'm like digging up my old stuff and showing my genuine reaction to everything. This is really fun. You can like and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I will see you in the next video.